One person is dead and 3 police officers wounded in a brazen daylight shooting in Copenhagen that's now being called a terror attack. It happened at a free speech forum organized by supporters of a controversial Swedish artist, Lars Vilks. Vilks is on Al-Qaeda's most wanted list and was at the forum. He is unhurt. Denmark's prime minister says the focus now is on finding the gunman. Joining us now live from Washington is Tom Fuentes, a CNN law enforcement analyst and former FBI assistant director. Tom, the account we have, and we heard just a short time ago from the deputy prime minister, is that whoever did this, 1 man or 2 men, got away in a stolen car that was left outside 2 different train stations. Conceivably, whoever killed that man and wounded the 3 police officers could be heading in Lord knows what direction by train. How tough is it going to be to find them, do you think?
It'll be pretty tough, Jonathan, for now. And you don't know if they took the train. They may have done, classic bank robbery 101 and had a stolen car to leave the scene and then trade for another getaway car where people wouldn't notice it and record their license or description. So they could have left in a car. They could have taken the train. The other question is, how quickly did the authorities seal the borders? You have numerous ferry boats and cruise ships that go back and forth from Copenhagen to Sweden, to Germany. So are they still in Denmark, or do they have a safe house somewhere in town and they're, hidden away somewhere for now, waiting for the authorities to come track them down, and we could have a future shootout, with them. And plus, we don't know if they have explosives and other heavy weapons as well. So there's a lot to be done in this case. I'm sure that all of the police and intelligence officers in Denmark at 11:30 at night tonight are still at it and probably will be through the night to try to do everything they can to locate and neutralize them.
Now, I'm going to ask our control room to share a photo, and I hope they've still got it handy, that the police have been circulating. There it is. That's a person of interest. How helpful is that photo going to be, do you think?
Could be very helpful, because someone that might know them might recognize the stride, the way the person is walking, even though it's not in motion. You see a long step that the person takes. They might recognize the maroon knit hat might be unusual there compared to what a lot of people are wearing. So it's not as great as if it was in motion, a full video where you see the person walking and the demeanor and the clothing and maybe a better look at the face. However, there can be a large number of video still out there that the police have to go through and may get a better picture yet. Whether this building had more security in it, or whether, again, if they did take a subway train, the train stations probably have security cameras. So there will be a lot to look through to see if they maybe have a better picture of this person.
Now, the comparisons that keep coming to mind are to the Charlie Hebdo attack in Paris and the attack on the Jewish Museum in Brussels, both in retrospect obvious potential targets, but like this one, a soft target. Whoever this was didn't go after a government installation or a place where there would normally be very heavy security.
Well, that's true, but in this case, it's not been a secret that the cartoonist Vilks is on the hit list. He was published in Inspire magazine from Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula by name, just like the managing editor of Charlie Hebdo was since 2011. So he's been under a death threat by them for a long time. There have been a number of plots in Denmark and Sweden uncovered where intentions were by a group to attack the cartoonists, attack the managing editors, attack the newspapers that published the picture. So it's nothing new, and especially for him personally, they're going to go after him, and they're not going to quit just because it didn't kill him today.
Tom Fuentes, thanks very much for this.
You're welcome.
Coming up next, we continue our extensive coverage of the ceasefire that just went into effect in Ukraine in the past 30 minutes. So far, it seems quiet. We'll talk to a military expert about the likelihood of both sides really moving their heavy weapons back in the next 2 weeks.